And proof.
That was good.
Thank you for watching our first video. If you did, if you didn't, go watch it now. We kind of wanted to continue our graphic novel series.
Yeah.
Kind of wanted to go into like, how do we build out the world and what does like our world building process look like?
Basically how it started is we had like a pitch night, and that pitch night was like a night where we just kind of sat down and started thinking of what we enjoy, like
what kind of story we want to tell.
What we want to tell, like we started talking about what we have in common, like what we like to watch in common. And I think like for us, like we've always like really loved like sci-fi and like
both
fantasy and all that, like that crazy, you know, over the top, like
space opera.
Yeah,
like,
space opera.
So good.
Type of storytelling.
Especially right now, because I feel like we have some like really good content coming out for that like right now.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
for sure. I think like, you know, obviously we're big Star Wars fans.
Huge Star Wars fans.
Huge Star Wars fans. And
Day one Star Wars fans.
Like recently like Dune came out and there's this great show called, oh man, what is that show called?
The Expanse. I've been watching The Expanse.
With the animated
really
one?
Oh, yeah.
Scavenger's Reign.
Scavenger's Reign. So good.
So good.
We both watched that and we're like, we need to make something like this.
So I think like what it comes down to is like we just kind of wanted to create like our own world that we can like kind of immerse ourselves in, right?
It focuses around a single planetary system. And I guess the other key component of it is there's a big like racing focus. I think it's something we kind of want to reveal a little bit as the journey progresses and as we like flush things out more. But that definitely came from some like inspiration of kind of Hunger Games politics. And like how there's like tribute competition that fuels like the political environment, which is very interesting. Pitch night was all just like flushing out this like main thing and very, very basic like characters, like the protagonist, like who do we want them to represent? How do we want to relate to them? Like that kind of started to formulate what the characters look like. And then like, what is this planetary system that we're dealing with? And like, how big is it? And just a little bit of like historical context.
Yeah, just seeing like us bounce ideas off each other has been really cool. Cause like, I think of something, then he thinks of something. It's like so different, but like, I think building it together has been really cool. Yeah. So I guess after like we pitched it, the next thing we did was we created a timeline. We kind of knew where we wanted our story to start, and we kind of knew where we wanted it to end. Yeah, where we wanted it to be located within this like world that we built. Yeah. Once we established who our protagonists were, once we established that, then we kind of like, all right, let's focus on that planet, and like from there we knew where we wanted those characters to kind of go. And it's been kind of cool because like I feel like we've been kind of getting close to those characters in a way. I think the timeline, we're both visual, and so like that like helped to like get like a visible representation of like these are the story beats that we want to hit, and like this is kind of like how that story is going to progress. And so it like kind of laid out a roadmap for us. Yeah. Once we got that timeline laid out, it became really easy then we made a lore doc, like a master lore doc. Because then it was like, okay, we have this story, this is what we need to start establishing. And so then it was like, let's get like a little bit of information or bio on each planet, and like how do these planets like interact? What do they stand for? And then like some characters, like that was our first like real character, and that was like the really cool. I mean, I love just character design in general. We didn't establish every character that's in the story, but we established like the main characters that we kind of want to be a part of the story. As that lore doc kind of came into, and like you were talking about like envisioning the characters, it just put all these ideas in our head that we get excited about, and immediately, like for us, like I said, we're visual. We want to start sketching. And so I think that's been kind of like the last step of like the world building process that we did, is like now like establishing a little bit of an art style, but I think it's more just like getting ideas onto paper and like to get excited about it. Oh, for sure. And it helps us when like we're in the writing process, you know, because we can go up, we can see what we're thinking, and no, it's been really helpful. It's been really cool. Yeah. Like I've been really enjoying it. It's a lot because I feel like, I mean, when we came up with the pitch, this night, I don't know if this is a flex. Literally, we came up with that pitch like
the pitch was
that
easy.
one night.
Yeah.
It was like we had like separate ideas of like stories that we'd want to tell, but we knew we wanted to come together and make one together. You know, like so we literally sat down and we made that like that night.
Yeah,
which was I was like, man, this is easy.
It's easy.
Easy. We realized that it's like it takes so much, and you have to think about so much, like because like it's not just like one character. You have like all these characters that are interacting with our protagonists.
And I think that like has really started to sink in now as we started the next step, which is, you know, after we get all these ideas, we have these cool characters, this story, and we're like, we felt really ready to start script writing, which is what we're going to cover in the next video. I feel like that's been the most learning, at least for me so far. It's been the hardest, and like having to get different takeaways from that, but super excited to kind of share our experiences from it. But that's next.
More than anything, I'm just like giddy because like I feel good about it, and I think Creighton feels good about it.
Feel proud of it like already, and like super excited to just share more.
We have some cool ideas from like for promotional if this ever becomes like a full thing. But thank you for joining us on this like creative journey. Honestly,
for real. Thanks for coming with us. Thanks for watching. Again, like, subscribe, share if you can, and we will see you guys in the next video. Give the people what they came for.
That's
Come
so
on.
funny.
This is what everybody wanted. This is why everyone's here. You gotta say hi.
The best post-credit scene.
Hi.